Hey, what's good? What's breaking? What's the word? What's popping? Let's get into this breakdown of a New York EU Euro USD Forex trade. If you're not familiar with EU, it's a Forex pair, one of the best pairs to trade during New York because it moves the most. Uh, yeah, let's get into things though. So you see the trade right here. It has one main and then a scaling. Scaling right here. But to clear up why is there three charts, that's just how I do things. I like to have the 4 hour up. I like to have the 15 minute and the 1 minute. I don't really trade based on the 4 hour. I never really do. I never do. I just look at it when I come on the screen. So like let's actually try let's do that. Let's act like I just woke up. It's 7 a.m. Just got out of bed type shit. Do my thing, get ready, get the day started. Let's say it's like 7:30 a.m. I come to sit down and check out the charts. Four hour chart. Let's check out the 4 hour. Okay, I notice we did not take out these highs, previous high, meaning we did not collect liquidity. So what does price want to do? It's gonna probably come down and it wants to mitigate at bare minimum. It wants to mitigate uh, this imbalance. It wants to rebalance price. It did touch it already a little bit here, and we had a small reaction, but what tells me we didn't break this high here. There's a high likelihood we're actually going to take this liquidity. We're going to come down here, maybe hit this order block, and then bounce up. Either way, though, my overall bias in the 4 hour is bearish. Cool. Simple, easy. Simple, easy. That's how you got to do it. Simple, easy. Fuck all the fancy shit. Simple, easy trading. Trading should not be complicated. Okay, so let's go into the 15 minute. I come on the 15 minute, and now it's, let's say 7 a.m. Okay, 7 a.m. I already had this order block marked out. This wasn't marked out yet, but this order block was marked out because this already happened. So I just had a little line there with my OB. That was it. And I had a notification or an alert on this line. So once price reached this, I got an alert to go and check out price. Wherever I'm at, I get an alert. Okay. Uh, so once I got that alert on the 15 minute, so before I go into like why I took the trade or my entry model for this, let me actually tell you when I came on here what I was looking at. So when I came on the 15 minute, I already had a bearish bias on the 4. So on the 15, I was also obviously looking for shorts. Here, I knew we had to break a structure, right? But we also, my fault. We had to break a structure. We had to break a structure. Damn, excuse me, dry ass throat. We had to break a structure, but we already corrected at 5 a.m. So we had a correction here, but we never tapped into the OB. We just hit like halfway in the imbalance. So I knew that we could still tap the OB and there would still be a reaction because the orders were never picked up here. The market was just rebalancing. It never picked up the orders. So I know that means that I can mark out my OB. It was never touched. The OB was never tapped, so it's untouched. It's fresh, and that means that it's very sensitive, meaning that once it is tapped, there's going to be a good reaction off of it. All right, and then basically that was my main play for the day, and don't know what else I was really looking at on the 1 minute. See, the thing is, on the 1 minute, I don't really be going in on the 1 minute until my 15 minute has had something happen. Like I don't go on the 1 minute and just trade solely on the 1 minute. I don't like doing that because on the 1 minute there's a lot of noise. I just use the 1 minute for confirmations and sometimes re-entries. Like in here, I use it for a re-entry. I use the 1 minute to do this re-entry. But for my setups, like overall, I want to do them on the 15 minute because the higher the time frame, the more likely there is that play is gonna play out. There's a higher chance because in the 1 minute there's a lot more noise, a lot more things going on that don't really matter, and you might think it's structured, but it really is just nothing. And that's how a lot of traders get messed up. They try to go on the lower time frames and do shit that works for them on the 15. It doesn't work on the minute, and they're confused why, and that's why. All right, enough rambling. So I got the alert on the 15. My fault. I got the alert on the 15 that the OB got hit. Okay, so now I come over here on the 1 minute, and I'm like, all right, bet. Got that little alert. Got that little alert. Excuse me. And then this is what happened. So first, this is the first candle, and now what I'm basically waiting for, I'm watching price live at this point. I'm waiting for a candle to close below here. Like I'm waiting for a body close. I'm not just waiting for like a wick. Like this, I don't care about. Even this, um, I was kind of like still waiting. I wanted to see some movement after this happened, so I waited and I got in pretty much right when this candle opened. Uh, I could have actually even um put it like in the middle of the imbalance, but like that's risky because what happens with a lot of these plays, people like to do like these very, very, very fine entries where they do like, okay, I'm gonna get in on this imbalance and I'm gonna put my stop loss right up here and I'm gonna get like a 1 pip, like a 2 pip stop loss. And a lot of the time that trade never happens because they're trying to get some crazy refined entry that sometimes price just runs. It doesn't stop to coming back to pick you up. So the question is, would you rather get in a trade with a bigger stop loss and less RR and still get and hit more trades and it still does the same thing that you wanted to do, or would you rather wait for the trade to hit that extremely fine entry and you'd have maybe you're gonna miss like more than half your trades? It's like, bro, I'm gonna take the higher Pip, I'm gonna take the lower R trade any day of the week. That means more, more wins, more profit, of course. So after that candle, basically, I'm just waiting to sum it up. I'm just waiting for a close below that, right? So I get in there and I target I go on the 15 minute. I know my entry's there, but I'm targeting liquidity from the previous low. So I'm looking to get into a 6R, okay? So I see price is moving good after I get into my entry. Okay. Price is moving nice. I noticed we do make a little imbalance here within a small OB, and price did hit the. See, this is like a trade right here that a lot of ICT traders would take. A lot of ICT traders on the 1 minute, they know that price reacted off the OB, so they're waiting for something like this to happen, right? So they're gonna take a trade like this, which is valid. You might not get tapped in though. Some brokers you might not get tapped into this, but some people would have taken that. They would have just entered off the FVG, right? The FVG, Ghost in the Machine, looking ass, right? So breaking the 1 minute though, and I noticed that we had a chalk here. So we had a breaker structure, and then we had a chalk. Okay. Now I know that price is gonna come back up in this area because of that reason. We have an imbalance right here. Right as the chalk's made, we got an imbalance right before it. So I know price wants to come in here at some degree to correct. Okay? So all I do here, for me this is enough. I don't need to react off this. I'm already in my main trade and I know this is a valid chalk. So all I gotta do myself, all I gotta do is just put an entry or put a limit order on the imbalance and then make sure that my stop loss at least covers the top of it plus the OB right there, right? So that's all I did there. And then I aimed at the same, I put my stop at the same area my other stop was at right there for the same, for the same stop, and that was 5.4. 5.4 R there. Yeah, and I did exactly what I was expecting it to do. Mind you, we had news at like I think 8:30 a.m. Uh, a lot of like A lot of people were trying to trade this. I mean, news is like news to me. News to me is this. News to me is this. People could say, "Oh, news doesn't matter." You could say that, "Oh, news matters a lot. News matters this." You can make good trades. You can't make good trades. You don't just trade it if you want. Nah, bro. In my opinion, my personal opinion, if you can avoid news, what is the point of trading it? Like, if you know news can go in either direction and it can do crazy moves, what is the actual point of fucking trading news? You know what I'm saying? So I waited till that was over. And you can see this is when news happened. You know, if you want to, you can always just do like a hedge. You could do a hedge trade if you did like a hedge trade or something. You know, you had one that you had a short and then you had a long. And then, you know, one of the positions would have got filled, one of the positions would have got stopped. But you would have still made profit because, you know, it would have went in the direction. But at the same time, it's like, bro, why not just wait till it's over? Unless unless that's how you trade, unless you like doing that type of shit. But at the same time, it could have just kept taking liquidity on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like news is unpredictable. Um, so what is the point? I just don't see the point personally. Like we're SMC traders. If we're SM, like we're trading, we're trying to trade. If news is like if news can just do that type of shit, what is the point? You know what I'm saying? What is the point? Why not just wait till you get like a good entry without any other outside conflicting things? You know what I'm saying? Lessen the variables is all I'm trying to say, right? That's it. Like when there's no news, I'm like, bet no news today, type shit. And if there is news, just wait till it's done. Like I don't see why people don't do that. But fuck it, give the market more liquidity. I'll take it. I'll eat it up. Fuck it. Give the market more liquidity. Keep trading news for me. Thank you very much. Come again. Thank you. Come again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we hit that shit 10 like a 10.5 R. Uh yeah, that's it to be honest with you. That was it. That was it. That was it. Like I said, very simple shit, right? Very simple stuff. That's all it was. That's all it was. Now, there is one thing I can say here. My entry, I guess, quote unquote aggressive because I got in right after it tapped. I just waited for a single candle reaction. A lot of people would have waited for this. They would have waited for the chalk, and then this would have been their main trade. But based on my experience and how I trade, this works for me. So I wasn't. That's just how it works. You know, you gotta test it out. What could we call this play? This is literally just a simple OB touch. That's it. You know, it's nothing crazy. It's it is dead as nothing. It's really not that hard. It's not that hard. So now, what am I looking for? Now maybe off this OB here. Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see. We'll see though. Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty simple. Easy, good shit. If you got any questions, concerns, let me know. GG.